Hello everyone. Today I'd like to go through the preliminary examination in mathematics paper by the Raffles Girls Primary School in 2019. As we said previously, for each question, we need to ensure we have already know that what kind of concept that the question is asking for, right? Then we need to think about what kind of methods we can use to solve the question. And lastly, we need to revise our answers and to check about whether the question has some traps. So let's start from the question 1. So this question is very straightforward. We need to read the number from this ruler, right? So here, we need to find this one. So firstly, we need to see what unit is this. So for this scale. So we see here is 2 to 3. So here is 1. And there are 5 pieces equally, right? So this unit is 1 divided by 5, which is 0.2. Then we can see here, this one is 2.2, 2.4, and 2.6. And this one is 2.8. So the number here is between 2.6 and 2.8. And we see the answer is 3. So the second question, what is the length of a spoon? So it's same as before, we need to read from this ruler. So normally, when we check the length of something, right, what we do is that we put the start at number 0 for the ruler, and then we can calculate based on what's the end. Well, here we see that the start here is not 0. So what we do is that we need to use the end minus the start. So which is here, which is 13.6, right? And here the start is 1.9. So here end is 30.6 minus 1.9. So the answer is 11.7. So we need to be very careful where is the start point. So this concept here is that the length equal to the end minus the start. Question 3. What digit is this number in the 10,000th place? Well, this is a number. So we know that this is ones digit, units digit, tens digit, hundredths digit. This one is thousandths digit. Then above is 10,000 digit. So this is what we say is a 10,000th place. So it's 0. Question 4. Round 10,989 to the nearest hundredths. Right down here. So this is a round problem, right? So normally what we round to one digit up, right? So want to round to the 100. So the 100 is here, right? So what we do is that we need to check the next digit after 100 with 10 digit. So if this one is 4 or less, we just let them become 0. While if it's 5 or above, we need to add 1 to the hundredths. Right? So here 8 is greater than 5, so we need to add 1 for the 100. So it becomes 11000. Right? So the answer is 3. So question 5. Alex, Ben, Carl, and Dan shared a cake. Alex ate 1/5 of the cake. Ben ate 3/10 of the cake. Carl ate 1/3 of the cake, while Dan ate the remaining cake. Who ate the largest portion? Who ate the large portion? So this one we can see the ratio of different person according to the whole cake, right? So the ratio for Alex eat is 1/5. 1/5. And Ben is 3/10. And Carl is 1/3. So how about the Dan? Well, we know that the sum of the cake is 1, right? So we use 1 minus the portion of Alex, Ben, and Carl, then we can get the Dan, this portion, right? But how to minus? We see that the denominators are different. So we need to make them to the same denominator first. What we do is that we find the numerator, the least common multiples for the denominator. Well, 10 already includes the factor of 5, right? So the least common multiple is 30. So this one can be 6 of 30. This one is 9 of 30. This one is 10 of 30, right? Then this one is 1 minus 36 minus 39 minus 30, 10, right? Equal to 30, 30 minus 6 minus 9 minus 10, which equals to 35, right? So if the cake we cut into 30 pieces, Alex will have 6 pieces, right? Ben will have 9 pieces. Carl has 10 pieces, while the left Dan has 5 pieces. So we know that this one have the largest. Okay, question 6. Find the area of the shaded triangle. Well, triangle, the area, so the concept here is the area of triangle. So we know that this area equals to half times the base times the height. The height is, from this one, we draw a perpendicular line until this side, right? This is called height. So this one equals to half times this W equal to, you see, we see this is a rectangle. So 12 minus 8, which is 4, times the height is 5, right? So cross, this is 2. So the area is 10. The unit is centimeter square. So here we see that based on this area of the triangle, so any point here, if we formed a triangle, so this shape is same as the shaded area here, right? Because they share the same base and same height. So whatever, another one, so here, this one. So this one also share the same area. Okay, let's see question 7. Mary and Sally had equal number of stamps. Mary gave 3/7 of her stamps to Sally. What was the ratio after? Okay, here normally when we have the ratio problem, right, we try to make things easier, right? We see that Mary gave 3/7 of her stamps. Well, we can define the Mary have U, right? But here we say gave 3/7. Well, maybe we let Mary have 7U first. So if Mary gave 3/7 means give 3U, right? So Mary and Sally. So initially, if we define Mary have 7U, right? Then after she gave 3/7 means minus 3U. So she has the 4U here. Well, Sally has add 3U, have 10U here. Then he say, what is the ratio of Sally's number to Mary's number? So we need to see clear who versus who, right? So here is Sally to Mary. So Sally to Mary is equal to 10U over 4U. This is the ratio of Sally to Mary, right? So this 10 to 4, which is not here, but it's same as 5 to 2. So this is a ratio problem. So question 8. So the solid has 4 triangle faces. Well, we see that this is a pyramid. So which of the following nets can be folded to form this? So well, this one is a 3D, right? We say it's a 3D geometry object, a solid. Well, we put them into a two-dimensional, right? This is called a net. Well, when we fold the net or unfold the solid, there's something which doesn't change. For example, for any two side, right? The shearing, that didn't change. So let's see for the first question. First one. So consider this one is the base, right? If you see this is the base, so we see this one is the base. Okay, for this side, right? This side, we can consider this side, right? So this side, so with this side, if you fold this one, so this triangle is the one behind, right? Then for this common edge, right, which is this one, right? So there's one triangle at our left side, this direction, right? And also for this edge, right, which is edge here, we see that this triangle can be this one. So we see that all the triangles are not overlap with each other, so it can be formed with this pyramid. So this one is true, right? Let's see this shape. So here, if we consider this one is a base, right? This one is a base. Okay, we see this one. So this edge we consider is this edge. So this triangle would be the triangle at the right side, right? This right side. Then for this line, with that, if you folded this line, would be this line, right? Is this line. Then this triangle would be somewhere on the left side, right? Then how about this one? We see for the base triangle, this shared one is this one, right? But for this one, this triangle will also be the same triangle as this side. So we see that this one and this one overlap with each other, right? So this is not the right answer. And for this one here, because we see that the triangles, they should have the joint. They should have the joint edges. So this one we don't consider. And how about this one? Okay, let's see. For example, we consider this one as a base, right? So this one is a base. So this triangle, this line, we consider is this line, right? This edge. So when we fold it, this triangle is a triangle at the back, right? This one. Then how about this side? Well, this side, we see the edge at this side. This side will be this one, right? This one, then this triangle would be the triangle at the right, this one. Then how about this line? This line, when we see that, when we fold it, right, it is this line, right? Right? So if for this triangle, right, this line is this line. So then this triangle would be connect to this one, then on the left side. So that we see that the base we have right, the behind, the right, and this one all have. There's no overlap with each other. So this one is a correct one. So the answer is A and D. So question 9. So the table shows number of toys produced at factory from Monday to Saturday. Well, we see that from Monday to Friday, they have 3K per day. Well, on Saturday, it's different. It's 4K minus M. So he says, what's total number of toys produced from Monday to Saturday? Express your answer in terms K in the simplest form. We'll see here, from Monday to Friday, there are 5 days, right? So each day has a 3K, and Saturday, which have 4K minus 5. So in total, 15K plus 4K minus 5. So this one is 19K minus 5. So it's the answer, very straightforward. Question 10. Well, the length of one paperclip is this length. And what is the length of the pencil? We see that for this pencil, from the start to the end, right? So equal to 4 paper clips. So we see very clear, the length of the pencil is 4 times 0.018. So this one equal to 0.072. Well, here we see that the unit of it is meter. But do we have this answer? If we choose this one directly, it will be wrong. Why? Because this unit is cm, right? So we need to be very careful. There's a trap here. So 1 cm equal to 100 centimeter. So this one is also 7.2 centimeter. So the answer is this one. So when we calculate the answer, right, we cannot just select directly. We need to see the answers clearly. Okay, question 11. In the figure, A, OB, and COD are straight lines. What does this straight line mean? Means that this angle, for example, AOB, this angle is 180 degrees, right? So here we see that COB is 135 and EOD is 75. Then we want to find EOB, this one, right? So this one will, how calculate this one, right? So if we know that this is 75, right? If we know this part, we use 75 minus this part, we'll get this one. Then how about how to calculate this part? Well, we know that this 135, 180 minus 135, which is this angle, right? So it is 55. Then we use a 75 minus 55, then equals to 20. Minus 45 equal to 30, right? So we can calculate it in this way. Well, another way is that we need to observe. We need to observe. How? We see that 135 equal to this angle, and 75 is this angle. These two angles, they overlap this part, right? So if we use 135 plus 75, right? It would be this part to this part plus this part, which means that this is 180, right? This is 180, right? If we use the sum of these two minus this angle, there will be just this overlap part, right? So the 210 minus 180 plus 30, right? What is total volume when the 6 cm cube is placed into the container? Well, we see the volume here. We need to calculate the volume of the liquid first, then plus the volume of the cube, right? So here we see it's 1 liter and 250 ml. But we know that for this part is 250 ml, and for the small one, right, it's 125 ml. So here, if we count, it's 1, 2, 3, right? 3. So 3 would be means 3 times this one, which is 375. So then total volume is 375 plus this volume. The volume of a cube, we know that is 6 times 6 times 6, right? So it's 375 plus 216. This one equal to 591. This is the answer. So we know here cm cube and this one is equal, right? ml is equal, yeah. Question 13. 30% of Tom's savings is equal to 25% of Mary's savings. What percentage of Tom's savings is marriage savings. Okay, here, based on this one, actually we can make a formula. Let's see, 30% of Tom equals to 25% of Mary, right? So we ask what percentage of Tom's salary is Mary's salary. So means how much is Mary's savings over Tom's savings, right? So we ask percentage of Tom's savings is Mary's savings. So of Tom's savings, right? This is a base. So what we need is Mary over Tom, right? So how we calculate this one based on this one, right? So we find what is M first. Okay, M here, we know that we divide this one to this side, right? So M equals 30% of T divided by 25%, right? So M divide T, right? M divide T equal to 30% T divided by 25% divided T. Well, T is crossed, right? This one is 30% over 25%. Percent we also can remove, right? So it's 6 over 5, which is 1.2, right? If we calculate decimal, it's 1.2. Well, this 1.2 will convert to the percentage is 120%. Okay, question 14. The table shows the exchange rate for Singapore dollars and US dollars. We know that 1 SGD equals to 0.7 US dollars. So how many Singapore dollars we need to exchange for 1,400 US dollars? This one is something about the proportion. For example, $1 can convert to 0.7. Then $2, if we times 2, then we can get is 1.4 US dollars, right? So we need to find the proportion here. So we see that it becomes 140 USD dollars. So this one, how much it scales? Well, we see that 140 divided by 0.7, right, equals to 2,000. Means that this one times 2,000 becomes this one. So as well, for Singapore dollar, we need to times 2,000 also, right? 1 times 2,000 is 2,000. So we need to use 2,000 Singapore dollar in order to exchange the 140 US dollars, right? Because we know that US dollar is a bit expensive than Singapore dollar. So we need to use more Singapore dollars in order to exchange the US dollars. Question 15. A box can fit exactly 8 large cubes, 64 medium cubes, or 512 small cubes. What does it mean? For example, this is a very big box, right? So what we can do is that we can use a very big cube here. We fill this box, right? We also can use some small cube, medium cube to fill it, or use the small cube to fill it. But whatever we use, large, medium, or small, the total volume is equal, right? Which is the volume of the box. So this one we can assume, for example, if the small cube is something like this, right? The width, depth, height are all same. So if the small cube, right, the side is 1, right, then this volume is 1, right, because 1 times 1 times 1 equal to 1. So this box, we can calculate the volume, right, is 512 times 1 equal 512. So we know that the volume is equal to 64 medium cubes. Then we can calculate that for the mini cube, each cube the volume is 512 divided by 64, right, which is 8. How about the large cube? Well, we use 512 divided by 8, right? So this one gives 64. So here he said if we put 3 large cubes, 32 medium cubes, and some small cubes to fit into the box, what is the great possible, right? Great possible number of small cubes can fit into the box. Well, we know that the total volume is here, already confirmed is 512. Then we calculate what is the volume of these things have already occupied. Then we can calculate what is volume which is left not occupied, right? So we just 512 minus 3 large minus 32 medium, which is 8, right? This one equal to 512 192 plus 256. This one equal to 64. Right? So 64, then we use the small cube, which volume is 1, then we have the 64 at last. Also, let's examine the question again. So with this one, we see that he used 32 medium cubes already here. We know that the box is 64, so this one is already occupied half of the box, right? Then he used another 3 large cubes. Well, we know that, and for the other half, right, it should be able to contain 4 large cubes. So he already used another 3 large cubes. What is left is only 1 large cube. So we know that 1 large cube, the volume is 64, right? So 64, when you use the small cubes, can have 64 small cubes. So it gives the answer. Okay, question 16. So this is just a calculation, so leave your answer in an improper fraction. So we must ensure it's improper, right? So this one, very straightforward. This one unknown equal to this one, the sum minus 756. So 75 minus 56, 7. So we must ensure that denominators are same, right? When we do the subtraction. So this 19. So question 17, evaluate this one. Well, this one, the critical part is that we must ensure the right sequence, right? The bracket, then the times and division, and after that, then the plus and minus. Right? The 48 times, so we cannot use 8 minus 4 first, then times 2. We should use the times first, so 8. So 48 times 0. So any number, if times 0, will give the 0. Okay, question 18. When it is 10 a.m. in Singapore, it is 4 a.m. in South Africa on the same day. What does this mean? The same day, when South Africa is 4 a.m., while in Singapore, it's 10 a.m. Right? So it means the Singapore time is 6 hours late than the South Africa. So he said, what time will it be in Singapore when it is 11:30 a.m. in South Africa? So this 11 a.m. is South Africa time. So what's the time in Singapore, right? So we know that Singapore is 6 hours later, right? So we just, for the 11:30, we need to plus 6 hours. This gives 17:30. A number is 0.5 when rounded to the nearest hundredth, right? What is the smallest possible number? Well, this is another rounding problem, right? So for the rounding, right, what we say about the rounding? Rounding means that we omit the rest part the digits after this one, right? So what we need to check is the next digit, this next digit, right? So this one, when we round, right, if it is 4, right, we can omit it, right? Then you have the 0.50. Another thing that if over 5, right, 5 or above, this one will need to add 1, right? In this case, right, in order to, if this one is 5, then here we cannot be 0.50, right? It can only be 0.49. So 0.495 is the smallest possible number. And here 0.504 is the largest possible number, which can be rounded to 0.50, right? Because if this is 0.505, right, if we round to the hundredth, it becomes 0.51, right? So the answer here is 0.495, right? Because it add 1, right? So here we need to minus 1 here, so it's 0.549 here with the 5. Okay, here we need to subtract from 3, subtract 1.099, so it's very straightforward. So we just use 3 minus 10, 1.01099, right? So 3.000 minus 1099, right? This one not enough, get 1, right? We need to borrow 1, borrow 1, borrow from here. If you borrow from here, this one 2 is 9, right? 9 minus 9, 0. 9 minus 0 is 9. And this one only 2, 1. Answer is 1.901. Okay, question 21. What is the answer in the box? Well, this one is purely calculation. Here we time this one 5636 4536, and this one is 3360. So this answer is that we use this 4536 minus 3360. If this one minus this one, then get this one. Then after that we need to divide 24. It will give the answer. So the answer is 49. 22. A painter has 2 liters of red paint. He used 1/5 of it and mixed with 2/3 liter of blue paint to get some purple. How much purple paint did he get? Here we need to see the question very clearly, very carefully, right? Because we need that some have the unit number, while this one is a ratio, it's not unit, right? But here 2/3 liter, right? This is the exact amount, the volume. So how much do we get with 2 liter times 1/5, right? Plus this one, 2/3. 2. Then we least count multiple, 15. This 6 plus 10, right? So the answer . Okay, the 23rd. This time deposit 4,000 in a fixed deposit at interest rate of 1.5%. What was the amount of interest earned? Well, this is it's very common in our daily life when we do the banking, right? It's about interest, right? So how calculate the interest only, right? Here it didn't ask what is the total amount in 1 year time, right? It just asked about for 1 year what is interest. Well, interest is just straightforward, 1,000 times 1.5%, right? So percent means divide 100. Right? Percent means 1/100. Right? So here is equal to 4,000 divided 100 is 40 times 1.05 gives 60. Right? So 24. Muther has 9p sweets. He gave 5 sweets to each of his 3 friends and packed the remaining into 3 packets. How many were there in each packet? Give your answer in terms of p, right? So it's when we read the question, right, what we need to do is to express the question in the mathematical form, right? We just follow it. So he has 9p at first, right? He give 3 friends, each one with 5 sweets. And for this one, want to share with 3 packets. So it's 9p over 15 divided by 3, right? So this is 3p minus 5. Okay, let's see question 20. Question 25. So Randy had 4 boxes of marbles, number A, B, C, D are showing this number here. So which box should he remove so that the average number of the marbles in the remaining boxes is 24? Well, the concept here is the average. We know that average is equals to the total number divided by the number, the amount, right? Here, for example, it's 3 boxes, the number is 3. And also this one, we can derive the total is equal to average times how many boxes, number of boxes, right? So here for the 4 boxes, if we remove 1 box, right, the rest, the average is 24. So we can know that for that left 3, right, the total number of marbles is 24 times 3, right? This one gives 72. So which box did we remove? Well, it's simple. We just add this total number here. So add the 4 numbers here is 97. So we just use 97 minus 72. This is 25. Then we can see very clear. This one is this one, right? So this one is what we remove. So the answer is box C, right? We cannot say box 12 to 25 here, right? Okay, question 26. This question is mainly to find the perimeter of the figure. The concept here is perimeter. Well, perimeter is the outline, right? The outline of the shape, the total length. So this one, how we calculate? Well, we know that, for example, if this shape, the perimeter, we can extend, we can pop up this side to this side. So we know that this part equal to this part equal to this part. So the perimeter of this shape is equal to the rectangle shape, right? Another shape is like this. So this one is equal to, if we pop up this one to here, so the shape is equal to the rectangle shape plus 2 this side, right? So based on this strategy, right, we can, for example, this one, we can pop up to this one, right? Then for these 2 sides, we can pop up to this side. And same here, this one pop up to here, then this one can pop up to here. So it's just this rectangle, right? It's very straightforward. For rectangle, the perimeter is 19 plus 27 times 2, right? This gives answer is 92. In a 4 by 100 meter relay, so Randy complete first 100 in 10 seconds. Eunice complete next 100 meter in 15 seconds, then 13 seconds and 12 seconds. What was the average speed? Well, we see again, average speed. What does average speed mean? Average speed means total distance divided by total time. So this gives us the average speed. Total distance is very straightforward because it's 4 by 100 meters, right? It's a relay, so it's total is 400. Then what is the total time? We'll see the first 100 is 10 seconds, 15 seconds, then 13 seconds plus 12 seconds. Gives, so it gives 50 seconds in total. So it gives the speed 8. Okay, 28. A group of children was asked to name their favorite flavor of ice cream. The pie shown here show their preference. A pie chart is a very important graph, which is able to show the different ratios. From the pie chart, we can see clearly this chocolate might be the largest compared to the mango and strawberry, right? And here we know that this right angle means what? Means that this part, this 90 degrees here, is 1/4, also which is 25% of the whole chart, right? So from here we can know that, okay, chocolate is 35%, strawberry is 25%, vanilla is 30%. Then how about the mango? We add them up, 5% plus 25% plus 30%, right? So this is 30 plus 5, 30 minus 5, so in total is 90%, right? Then this one should be the 10%. Okay, let's see what's the question about. So the number of children who like chocolate and strawberry ice cream was 42 more than the number of children who liked vanilla ice cream. How many children like mango ice cream? So here you say chocolate and strawberry is 55%, was 42 more than number of children like vanilla, right? So 55% minus 30%, which is 25%. Oh, it's wrong. So we see here the strawberry and chocolate, right, is 60%, right? 35, 25%. If it's more than number of the vanilla, which is 30%, so it gives 30%. He say the chocolate and strawberry is 42 more than the vanilla. So what is more means is 30% of the whole is 42, right? Then want to calculate how many children likes the mango. So we know that mango is 10%. So this one is how much? We see clear, 30%, if 30% is 42, then 10% is 32 divided by 3, right? This one gives 1/4. So the answer is 14. In the figure, ABC is a isosceles triangle with BC equal to BA, right? This one equal to this one. So for the isosceles triangle, it has the property. What property? Well, these two edges, the length same. The angle A here is equal to angle B here, right? And BE is a straight line, so this one is a straight line. And this angle is 117. Find ABD. This one is what we find. Okay, here we can see that this is BD is this is right angle, right? We know that this angle equal to this angle, and this angle equal to this angle, right? And for each triangle is 180 degrees, so this angle is equal to this angle, right? Then we know that this angle, if this is 117, then how about this angle? It's 180 minus 117, right? Which is 63, right? Then how about this angle? This angle, we know that for this right angle triangle, this angle is 90 minus 63, which is 27, right? Is this one. And also we have, for example, if this is a triangle, this angle, we have property say this angle is equal to this angle plus this angle. Why? Because these two angles plus this angle is 180. This angle plus this angle is 180. So this angle equal to this angle plus this angle. C, A plus B, right? So here in this one, we see that 117 should be equal to this right angle plus this angle. Then this angle is equal to 117 minus 90. So this gives a 27 directly. So we don't have to find this first, then come to here, right? But we directly straightforward. This angle equal to this angle plus this angle. So this angle equal to 117 minus 90. So you get 27. And this angle equal to this angle. So the ABD is also 27. So when we do the geometry questions, right, we need to think about all the angles, right, all the edges, what kind of relationships of them, right, whether they are parallel, they are perpendicular, and they are triangles, what kind of shapes, right? Okay, let's see question 30. The number of stickers Kevin had was 1/4 more than the number of stickers John has. Right? When we see this kind of things, right, like previously we see that if I want to give you 3/7 of my things, we can assume here very easy. We assume John has 4U, right? So we know that then Kevin has 1/4 more than John, which then have 5U, right? So he said after Kevin gave 96 to John, John has twice as many stickers as Kevin. How much do that John have at the end? Well, after give, right, the Kevin would have 5U minus 96, right? Then how about John? Well, John received 96. It's 4U plus 96. Then we, based on this one, we can make a formula. Is that John has twice of the Kevin, right? So this one is 10U minus 2 times 96. Then we move 4U to this side, have 6U, right? Then this minus 2 times 96 to this side becomes 3 times 96, right? U equal to 3 times 96 divided by 6, 2, 48. U is 48, right? So how many stickers did John have at the end? John at the end is 4U plus 96. Put 4 times 48 plus 96. This one gives 2AA, right? So we just read the question clearly, make some assumptions, right? Then we are able to calculate, based on the equations, we can calculate the unknown. Then we will know that what his answer is looking for, and we can calculate easily. Okay, let's see the paper 2. Question 1. John had a collection of local and foreign stamps. The ratio of number of local to the foreign is 7 to 3. After giving away 46 foreign stamps, the ratio of number of local to number of foreign is 5 to 2. How many foreign stamps did John have at the end? So it's very straightforward at last one. So it has the local stamps versus the foreign, right? So local have consider if it's 7U, and foreign would be the 3U, right? So after give away 46 of, no, here is a foreign gives away 46, right? Becomes 3U minus 46. And this one is still the 7U. He says the number of ratio is 5 to 2. Right? So 7U over 3U minus 46 is 5 to 2. Right? Then how to solve this one? Well, one way is that for both sides, we times the local, the common multiples, right? Lowest common multiples. Another way for this kind of the ratio problem, we times the cross. We use 7U times 2 equals to 5 times 3U minus 46. Well, this is just a result of if we both sides we times 2 times 3U minus 46, right? We cross left 2, which is 2 times 7U. And this side we cross 2, left 3U plus 3U minus 46. This is this one. So it's 40U equal to 15U minus 5 times 56. So U equal to 5 times 46. So U is equal to 230. So in the end, how much foreign stamps, right? Foreign stamp is 3U minus 46 equal to 3 times 230 minus 46. This one gives the final answer, 644. Okay, question 2. In the figure, ABC is a isosceles triangle with AC equals to AB, right? Then we know that this angle is equal to this angle. And ABD is 34. And AD equal to AE, AD equal to AE. This one equal to this one. With this angle is 48. Find CAD. Right? So CAD here, so how we can calculate this one? Well, we know that this angle should be same as, because this one is also isosceles, so it's 48, right? Then if we want to calculate this one, CAD, right? One way is that if we know the total angle and this small angle, then we can calculate this one, right? The total angle, right, we can use 180 minus 2 times 34 is this angle, right? This one, then minus, how about this angle? This angle is 180 minus 2 times 48, right? This one 180 minus 2 times 34 minus 180 plus 2 times 48, right? You cross it, equals to 2 times 48 minus 34, right? This one equals 2 times 1, 4, so it gives 28 degrees, right? So this is one way. We use this angle minus this angle. We can calculate them out individually, right? Or you don't have to calculate, because we see there are a lot of common things which can cancel it, which can simplify the calculation, right? And other ways we also can think about, for example, just now we mentioned about this angle, C equal to A plus B, right? C equal to A and B. So we see clearly, want to calculate this one, right? If we know this angle, we use this angle minus 34, we'll get this one. But how we calculate this one? Well, we don't know this angle, right? Well, we know this angle, and we also know this angle, which is 48 and 48. So this angle would be 48 minus 34, right? So this one is 14. So this angle would be, this angle is 48 plus 14, this angle, minus 34, which gives this angle, right? It also gives 28. Here, a survey was conducted on the number of children each household with block of flats. So this household with 1 child, 2 children, 3 children, 4 or more, no children, right? And the pie chart shows the result survey. AB is a straight line. Well, this is a very important information here. What does AB is a straight line means? Means this side is half and the other side is half, right? So the total amount number here is equal to total number here, right? So here it says number of household with 2 children was twice the number of household with no children. 2 children here and no children here. So we can calculate twice, right? So this one is 36 divided by 2, 18. So this amount has 18 here, right? Express the number of households with 4 more children as a fraction of the total number of households. Are we able to calculate total number of households? Yes, we can. We know that we just say this is half, right? Because of the straight line, it's half. So here, this is 24 plus 36, so this side is 60. Then, as it's half, then total is 120. Then how about the household with 4 or more, this part? Well, we see that this part equal to, this side is 60 minus 18 minus 3 children with 33. So this gives 9. Then we want to express the fraction, right, as a fraction. So it's 9 over the total, which is 120. So we simplify it. We divide 3, gives us 340. Four. Terrace has a length of y. He used a y to make a triangle as below. So this is a triangle, right? So we see the right angle triangle, right? We have three sides, right? 6, 8, and 10. So with the same y, he used the entire length to make a square, right? So what was the percentage increase area of this one? If we want to find the increase of the area percentage, right? We want to find the two shapes. The area, what is the area size of the two, right? So this one, the area, the triangle area is 6 times 8 times half, right? It is 3, 8, 24. How about the square? Well, we know that the square is made by the same wall, right? So the perimeter is same. Then we can calculate each side is how long. Well, this one is 3 plus 8 plus 10 divided by 4, right? This is 24 divided by 4, which is 6. So the area here is 6 times 6, which is 36. Then we calculate percentage of increase compared to the triangle. So increase amount is 12, right? 36 minus 24 is 12, based on the area of triangles. So two areas of this one. So this is the base. This is the base. We cannot use a 36 as the base, right? Means from the triangle, well, based on triangle area, what is the increase? Increase 12, right? So it's 1, 2, which is 50%. Okay, question 5. The figure below is triangle of side A, B, and C, right? It's a triangle, right? So what facts are true? true, false, or not possible to tell. Let's see. So the first one, it says length of side B is longer than the length of side A. Right? Well, we see here side B is 3n plus 2. Well, side A is 2n, right? We can see that if you use 3n plus 2 minus 2n, we get the difference n minus plus 2. So this one is definitely larger than 0, right? So this one is definitely larger or longer than side A. So this one is true. Okay, the second one. The figure is the isosceles triangle at length side A equal to length side C. Well, we see that if A equal to C, right, is 2n equal to 4n minus 2. Right? So this one gives a 2n equals to 2 and n equal to 1. So we can see the three sides. This one is 2, 2, and this side gives the 5. So this one, actually we see that it's wrong, right? With the 2, 2, 5, if it is 5, this is 2, this is 2, right? They cannot form a triangle because these two sides, the sum is less than this one. For a triangle, right, any two sides, the sum is greater than the third side. So this one should be false. Well, for this one, right, when I check the answer, I think given by the paper, it says not possible to tell. But actually, I think the answer should be false. Because if there's an isosceles, right, then we get n equal to 1. Then we know that three sides 2 to 5, which cannot be true because they cannot form a triangle. So this should be false. The third one, the perimeter of triangle. Well, for the perimeter, we just sum them up, right? This is 2n plus 4n minus 2 plus 3n plus 2. So this plus 2n minus 2 becomes 0, right? The answer should be 9n. So this one is false. Okay, question 6. Well, here we see the 3 triangle and the square is this one, and 2 square plus 1 triangle is this one. Then we want to find the value of a square. So with these two, right, we need to eliminate the triangles. Well, how? Well, we see that this one is 1 triangle. If this one we times 3, right, we will have 3 triangle here, right? So what we can get is that for the second one, we have a 6 square plus 3 triangle. We times 3, right? 38, 56 times 3. Right? So this one equal to 115.68. Then we use this one minus this one. Then on the left side, 3 triangle removed, eliminate the 3 triangle. They were gone. What left is 6 rectangle or 6 square minus 1 square, which is 5 square equals to 115.68 minus here 81.76. It gives a 33.92. Then 1 square we can calculate equal to 33.2 divided by 5 to 6. So we can get the 6.784. Question 7. Ayla and Mary had 358 together. Ayla and Kevin had 698 together. Kevin had 5 times much money as Mary. How much do they have? Well, we see that this is Ayla, right? May, and have the Kevin, right? Here, he said Kevin had 5 times as much as Mary, right? If Mary is you, right? Kevin will have 5u, right? So we have the Ayla plus 1u equals to 358. Ayla plus 5 times 5u equal to 698. So based on this one, we can calculate the Ayla and the May. So if we minus this one to this one, get 2u equals to, is 4u. Well, this is 5u minus 1 is 4u equal to 698 minus 358, which is 340, right? The u is 85, right? Then we can calculate how about Ayla. Ayla is 358 minus 85 gives 273, right? Also, if we want to calculate Ayla directly, so we can times this one 5, right? Because we want to eliminate the May, right? 5 Ayla plus 5u equal to 5 times 358. So if we minus this one to this one, have 4 Ayla equal to this one cross, right? 5 times 358 minus 698. So this one also can calculate the Ayla, the result here, right? So for each question, right, we can think about different ways to solve it. So this is very important for your verification whether your results are correct. Okay, let's see the question 8. In the figure, ABCD is a square, means these are right angles, and this one is a trapezium. Trapezium means this line parallel to this line, right? CE equal to BE, right? This BE, CE, this line equal. And this angle is 110, and DCG, this one is 230. Find FDC, FGC, F here, GC. So this angle. Well, this one is very straightforward. For trapezium, we know that these two are parallel. So we have the property that this angle plus this angle is 180. So this angle is 180 minus 110, which is 70. Right? Then we want to find where is CBE, right? This angle. We know that because if it is parallel, this is right angle, right? This is a right angle, right? And he say DCG is 230. DCG is 230. Then we can calculate this angle, right? This angle is, the total angle here is 360, right? Then this, with the 90 here, this is 270. So this angle is 270 minus 230, equal to 40 degrees, right? 40, then this angle would be right angle, so it's 50, right? Then CBE, because we know that it's CE equal to BE, so these two angles are equal. So this angle will be also a 50. Okay, question 9. The figure made up of circle and 3 equal equilateral triangles, right, of side. So these 3 triangles, right, 18 cm. Find the perimeter of the shaded part. Okay, what we see here for this triangle, right? For this one, you can see this one, then plus the 6, the radius, right? So for the equilateral, the triangle here, right? So each side are equal, right? So if this is 18, then this is 18, this is 18. So we know that for the circle, the radius is 18, right? So these three, right, circle we can add up, which is half of the whole the circle, right? Then we plus 6 of the radius. So this one, we know this perimeter, right? Perimeter of the circle equal to 2 pi r, right? Plus 6r. So means pi r is 18, right? Times 6 times 18. So this one gives 9.14 times 18 gives 4.2. So this is the answer, right? So when we do it, right, we don't calculate part by part, right? It will be very tedious. But we need to summarize the geometry. So whether they can combine together, right? So we see that this one cut into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 part, and we only calculate 3 part, so which is half of the perimeter of the circle, right? And we add up the rest. So in this way, we are able to solve the question in a more efficient way. Okay, question 10. So Valerie had 40% more books than Isabella. As Valerie bought some books, her number increased by 25%. Isabella gave away 25% of her books. In the end, both have 750 books altogether. How many? Oh, let's make assumption again, right? So here, we have 40% more. 40% means what? Means 2 over 5, right? So if we assume Isabella is 5u, then Valerie would have 5u times 1 plus 2, which is 7u, right? So Valerie and Isabella. So Isabella is 5u initially. Valerie has 7u, right? So here, Valerie bought some books. Number of books increased by 25%. It becomes 7u times 1 pi 25%. Well, Isabella gave away 25%. Well, Isabella have the 5u 1 minus 25%. After all, at the end, both girls have 750 altogether. So this sum up is 750. So we get 5u times, well, we know that 25% means what? 1/4, right? So this one is times third. Isabella is 5u times 1 minus 1/4 is 3/4 plus 4u 1 plus 4th. This one equals 750, right? So if we can times 4, we can get 15u plus, this one is over 5. 5 times 7 is 35u equal to, if we times 4. So 50u equal to 7550 times 4, right? U equals to divided by 50, right? So here we can divide this one to this one. This one is 1/5. So the answer is 60. So what the question asks about is how many books did Valerie have at first? Valerie had first is 7u, right? 7u equal to 7 times 60.20, right? The answer is. Okay, question 11 is the bar graph. Previously we have read about the question about the chart, right? The bar chart. Well, the bar graph here is very easy for us to compare which one have more or which is less, right? This one is definitely more than this one, right? So here say, okay, table shows a price of food. This is the price. This is sales, right? The total amount sales. Then here, he says the quality of the two of the food items sold are same. Which two? Which are the two food items? So how we calculate the quantity first? Well, for the burger, we need to calculate. So this is 240 divided by 5, 48. And hot dogs here, this one is 225 divided by 3. This one gives 75. For chicken pies, which is 300 divided by 4, 75. How about the waffles? Waffles is also 300 divided by 3, which have 100. Oh, then we can see clearly which two are same. Well, both hot dogs and chicken pie have 75, right? So these two have the same amount of was sold, right? Then he said, what percentage of food items sold were burgers, right? Burgers. Well, burgers, how many? With 48. Percentage of the total food items. Well, we need to sum up 48 plus 75 plus 75 plus 100, right? Divided by 298. So this one, when we divide, gives nearest one decimal place, right? So because this is a percentage, right, we cannot say 6.06 or something. We need to round to the only one decimal place. Okay, so it gives a 16.1%. Okay, question 12. The table below shows the charges for electricity consumption for ABC company. We see with different usage of kilowatts, right, the charge is different for per kilowatt. It says Miss Tan family used 50 kilowatt of electricity in July. How much did he need to pay? Well, we see if only use 50, right, if fit to this category. So for this one, the price is this one. So we just use a 50 kilowatt times 0. The unit price, right, 55. This one gives 27.50. This is amount. Right? So for the second part, it says Miss Lee spent this amount on the consumption in August. How many kilowatt did his family consume? Well, we see that this number is quite big, right? We see that for if only the first 50 kilowatt, he need to use 27.50, right? Well, this is much more than that. Then we see how about the coming 100. So the next 100, the maximum is 0.72 times 100, right? So it's $72. But we see that if we sum up these two, it's still less than this one. It means what? It means that the families spent some additional kilowatts, right? When we do that, we can calculate what's the total fee of the extra one. So minus 27.5 minus 72, right? We get this one is 29.92. Well, this is the total fee which is paid for the additional kilowatt, right? But the unit fee is 0.88. Then we can know the total kilowatt is 29.92 divided by 0.88, which gives 34, right? Means that for extra, you have 34 kilowatts. Then how about in total? Well, total can calculate 50, 100 plus 34 gives 184. Okay, let's see question 13. So in the figure below, ABC and BDC are triangles, and this one is BECF is a parallelogram, right? FH is a straight line. Where is FH? This is a straight line. And GCH, well, GCH is here with 198. And BEC is 104. And BAC is 50 and 25. Want to find what is DGB? Well, DGB, this one, this is A. And the second one, this one is B, right? Well, we see that is a parallelogram. So if this one is 104, then we know that this is 104, right? And we know that HCF, this is a right line, right? A straight line. Straight line means 180 degrees, right? And we know that this angle is 198. Then we know that this angle is 198 minus 180, which is 18 degrees, right? Then we can calculate this angle, right? So when we want to find the unknown, right, we need to, based on the known angles, then we push until we find this angle. Can we find this one? No. Then how about this one? Because this one equal to this one, right? For this one, do we know this one? Oh, maybe yes, this one equal to this one. But for this triangle, do we know this one? Well, we know this angle. Well, this angle we'll also know, right? Then we can know this angle. So this angle equal to this angle equal to 180 minus 104 minus 18, right? So this is equal to 58 degrees. Okay. Now how about this angle? Well, this one is a bit tricky here. This angle is equal to, it can be seen as this angle minus this angle. Well, but we don't know this angle and we don't know this angle, right? But I have some angle here, this one, this three, right? So with the given 104 this angle, we can know the sum of these two angles, right? Which is 180 minus 104, which is 76. So these two are 76. And for this big triangle, we know the total, the sum is 180, right? We can use 180 minus 50 minus this 25 minus these two angles, which left is the angle what we want, right? So this will give the answer with 29. Is there any other way? Yes. We see here, if we have a line here, previously we say this angle C equal to A plus B, right? So here, this angle equal to this angle plus this angle. This angle equal to this angle plus this angle, which means this angle equal to this angle plus this angle plus this angle. Okay, I repeat again. This angle equal to this angle plus this angle. This angle equal to this angle plus this angle. So 104 equal to this right angle plus 50 plus this angle. So this angle can be calculated as 104 minus 50 minus 25. So gives 29, right? Okay, question 14. The mass of container which contains 3/5 filled with a flour is 10.85 kg. When 1/3 of the flour is removed, the mass is 8.5 kg. Find the mass of container. Well, this one, we know that the container also had the weight, right? So initially had flour. After we remove some is remove some flower, then another weight. So here, if we see that after we remove 1/3 of the flower is removed, right? Then if we use the 10.84 minus the 8.5, this one will give the amount of flower which is removed, right? This is the weight, right? So here, 2.34 kg is 1/3 of the flower which is removed, right? So after 1/3 of this one removed, still there are 2/3 which is still contained here, right? So this one equals to 2 times 2.34, which is 4.68 kg, right? Then we know the container can be calculated as the total weight minus the flower weight, which is 4.68. This is equal to 3.82 kg. Right? So here, this 3/5, actually we didn't use it, right? And here we know that we also can calculate, for example, if we know 1/3 of the flower is 2.34, we can know the before we remove the total flower is times 3, right? Then we can use the 10.84 minus the flower weight, which also can be calculate the weight of the container. And here maybe he asks, for example, what's the total mass if the container is filled in total, right? So can you calculate it? Right? Because he see 3/5 of the flower is filled, right? Then we can, if we know this flower, then we can calculate the 2/5 of the container, right? Then we can calculate the whole weight, right? So that one is one step further. We need to be clear what we can do, right? But currently this question actually is more straightforward and easy to do. Question 15. The figure is made up of a square of side, okay, side is 42, right? 2 identical big semicircle and 6 small semicircles, right? What is the radius of each small semicircle? Well, it's very straightforward. The radius here, we see that for the 3, the total length is 42, right? We divide by 3, which is the diameter. Then we divide another 2, then we get the radius. So we divide by 6, 7. So the radius of this one is 7. Okay, second, to find the area of the figure. Take pi in this one. Well, this is we can see that this is 1 square. This 2 semicircle becomes 1 circle, and 6 small semicircle becomes 3 circles, right? So this one is, we use a square, it's 42 times 42 plus 1 big circle, right? This semi plus this semi equal to pi r square. Well, the radius is 21 square plus 3 small one times pi times the radius 7 square. So with this one, we can calculate 6 plus 482, right? With pi gives 22 minus 7. Okay, we come to the question 16. At station A, number of children were 3/5 the number of adults in the MRT. At station B, 2/9 of adults and some children alight from the MRT. Number of children becomes 3/7 the number of adults. at station C, 98 adults and 358 children boarded the MRT, and there was an equal number of adults and children. How many passengers were there on the MRT after station C? Well, when we met this kind of question, right, we need to describe the process. Okay, so here we have the children, we have the adult. Initially at the station A, right? So for the children, and this is 3/5 of the adult, right? So children will have 3U, adult has 5U. When we come to the station B, right? 2/9 of the adult and some children are light. So adult would, after less sum, right, only have 97, right? 7/9 of the 5U will be stay here because 2/9 left already. And for the children, 3U minus, we don't know, some children, we don't know how many, right? But here he gives some hint, saying number of children become 3/7 of the number of adults. So we can use this one to represent how many children, right? Which is 5U times 7/9 times 3/7, right? So we know that children have the 3/5 U. Then come to section C, station C, right? He say 98 adult. Okay, here 5U times 7 plus 98. Or here have 5U plus 358. Right? So have this kind of children and adult come into the MRT. So he says there were equal number of adult and children. So these two we can make a formula. Right? Then we can calculate what is the U here. Right? So here if we times 9 on both sides, right? Then if 9 crosses 3, 15U, right? $15U plus 9, 358 equal to 35U plus 9 times 98. Right? So we move this to this side, which is 20U. This one to that side, right? So it's 9 times 358 minus 98, right? 9, 260. So U equal to 9 times 260, 20, right? So this is 9 times 30 equal to 111. Then he asks how many passengers were there on station C. Well, passengers means sum up of the children and adult, right? So for the children, it's 35U plus 358, right? Equal to 3/5 times 111 plus 358. So it gives 553. Right? So then the total number of passengers is 553 times 2, right? Gives 1106. Then here we see that for how many children alive at question B, means we need to calculate this here. So for children from the 3U to 35U, right? So 3U becomes 35U equal to U equal to 3/5 times 111 right, equal to 4 times 39. This one gives 156. So this is the amount which alight at the, for the children at station B, right? Right. This is initially at station A, and after we calculate based on the adult, we know that the total amount becomes 5 third U, right? So we minus this one, we know that alight is 4 third U, right? U is, we calculate 111, then we can calculate the number of children alight at station B is 156. Okay, here comes the last question of the paper. So Miss Wong bought number of red, blue, green balloons. The ratio of the number of red balloon to the blue is 5 to 4. Ratio of the number of blue to green is 3 to 7. Okay, it's red, blue, green, right? This one to this is 5 to 4. Blue to green is 3 to 7. Well, we need to have a uniform, right? Want to see the ratio of these three. So we make this one to 12. Then this one is times 3, right? 15. But for this one, 3 to 7, which is times 4, then it becomes 28. Right? So we say we can say red blue is 15U, blue balloon is 12U, and this one is 28U. It say after bursting some green balloons and buying another 180 blue balloons, we found that there was a decrease of 25% of total number of blue and green balloons. In the end, number of the 3 balloons held she had was 1,440. Right? Okay, let's see. She say, okay, number of after bursting some green balloons, green, right? This one busted some, right? And by another 168 blue. Found that there was a decrease of 25% in the total number of blue and green. Well, we see that total number initially is 12U plus 28U, which is 40U, right? If decrease 25% means 40U times 3/4, right? Means only 75% left, which is 3/4 left, which is give 30U. Okay, we know that this the sum here becomes 30U. He said in the end the total number is 1440. Well, the sum is 15U plus 30U equal to 1440, which is 45U equal to 1440. So U here equal to 32, right? So here say how many balloons did he have at first? At first is this amount, right? So we see here is 15 plus 12 plus 28U, right? Times U is 32. So this one is 27 plus 28, which is 55 times 32, gives 1760, right? Then he said how many green balloons are bursted. So what we see here, this one is 30U, right? Then we add here is 40U plus 168. This is the total here, right? If minus 30U, this is the amount which is burst, right? It's 10U plus 168. Right? So the amount would be 320 plus 168. It gives 488. So the total amount is 488. And here 1760. So it ends of today's paper. Thank you so much. If you have any question, just leave me an email or drop me a message on the YouTube.